not saying that we should exalt the devil. No, he's already a defeated foe. He has been defeated 2,000 years ago. But we should not underestimate him either, because he's not joking and he's not playing. I'm super excited that you decided to join me today, and I know we're going to have a marvelous time. Today, I want to talk about the power of discipline. So what really is discipline? In a very simple term, discipline is a training that you give yourself to correct, to perfect your moral character than any other area of your life that you desire to change. Solomon tells us a very interesting story about a young man he was watching from the window of his house. This story is found in Proverbs 7. I would recommend that you read the whole of Proverbs 7 so that you would get a bigger, clearer picture of this whole story. For emphasis sake, I'm going to read from verse 6 to 7. I was looking out the window of my house one day, and I saw a simple-minded young man who lacked common sense. He was crossing the street near the house of an immoral woman. He was strolling down the path by her house. In these 6, 7, 8 verses, it gives us the characteristics of this young man. But these are the characteristics of any undisciplined person. First, it tells us this guy was simple-minded. I used to think that simple-minded meant somebody that was humble, but then that is not what he's talking about here at all. It doesn't mean humility. When someone tells you you're simple-minded, it means you're foolish. This young man was foolish, and then he lacked common sense. When you go further, he now tells you he was strolling by the path of her house. He was just mindlessly moving. He knew that this woman stayed in this particular place and that was where she conducted her business. It's so unfortunate that we as believers or as human beings, we take life so casually. But the devil is not playing games. He is very intentional about his plots and his schemes for your life. I'm very sure this guy even boasted to his friends. It's like, I'm going to pass that by that woman's house. Nothing will happen. I'm not saying that we should exalt the devil. No, he's already a defeated foe. He has been defeated 2,000 years ago. But we should not underestimate him either, because he's not joking and he's not playing. 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Discipline yourselves, keep alert. Like a roaring lion, your adversary, the devil, prowls around looking for someone to devour." This guy is prowling. He is restless, steadily looking for somebody to destroy. So he's just looking for anybody to just tear apart. So if he is that intentional, he says he's steadily, you cannot afford to just be moving mindlessly. So how can you and I be disciplined in all things? It gives us the answer in the beginning part of chapter 7 and then at the ending of chapter 7. The beginning part of chapter 7 says, "Follow my advice, my son. Always treasure my commands. Obey them and live. Guard my teachings as your most precious possession. Tie them on your fingers as a reminder. Write them deep within your heart. Love wisdom like a sister. Make insight a beloved member of your family." And then when we go down, it tells us in 25 verse 25, "Don't let your heart stray away towards her." You have the power to allow your heart to stray from wisdom. He was actually moving on a path, and then he decided that he was going to go outside that path. It was intentional. He knew what he was doing because he already knew that she was, and then he decided that let me just stroll. It tells you here that don't allow your heart to stray away towards her. Don't wander. Don't move mindlessly down her wayward path, for she has been the ruin of many. Numerous men have been her victims. Her house is the road to the grave. Her bedroom is the den of death. Well, somebody might just be listening and then the person will be like, me, I don't have a problem with man, problem with woman. What might be a vice or a sin that easily gets one person, not necessarily be the same for another. This thing is a personal something. I may not have a problem with man, but my problem might just be addiction, might just be drugs, alcohol. It might just even be watching too much TV or being on social media too much. It can be anything. This thing is something that you have to answer yourself. Nobody can answer it for you. You have to search within yourself. What is it that I need to be more disciplined in? What can I do better? How can I improve my moral character? For some of us, it might just be that I'm not good at making friends, or I'm I'm not just empathic enough. All these things are things that it is personal. It is something that you have to search within yourself and answer the question for yourself. Once you've identified the area that you lack discipline in, all you need to do is to retrace your steps. Never too late to take another path. It's never too late to change direction. The truth is, you and I will win in life by the path that we choose. Nothing else, nothing more. Thank you so much for staying to the very end, and I hope to see you in my next one. Sending you lots of love. Mwah.